Hello everybody. From this session onwards, I am going to analyze the poem The Pilgrim, which is more popularly known as The Bridge Builder. The poem was written by Will Allen Dromgoole, a famous American poet and author. Why anonymity or uncertainty of the identity of the name of the poet is ascribed in this present text is beyond my understanding. Actually, she was an American poet whose life covers the period from 1860 to 1934. She was born Allen Dromgoole. The name Allen is used both as a female and a male name. This much discussion about the identity of the poet is enough. Now, let us turn to the poem proper. The Pilgrim, or The Bridge Builder, is a popular poem for its theme of builder who builds bridges for the future generation. The poem was first published in the year 1900. The poem speaks about the unselfish and caring character, fatherly quality of an old man who tries to save the upcoming generation from obstacles. It also traces the connection between the young and old generation. Now, let us read the poem line by line and analyze it. A pilgrim going a lone highway came at evening cold and grey to a chasm. Now, let us first understand the term pilgrim. Of course, it is a common word, and we know who is a pilgrim. A pilgrim is a person who travels to a religious place. He is a devotee. His purpose is serious. A pilgrim is not an ordinary traveler. He does not go on a picnic. He is, now for the purpose of understanding this poem, a pilgrim is a pioneer, a crusader, one who has some serious purpose for taking his journey. And the word group, a lone highway. Lone means lonely, unfrequented, unique, only one of its kind. Now, in this poem, this lone highway is highway or road. This journey is life journey. Actually, this is journey of a life. And this road, this highway is unique. It is only one of its kind. There is no another type of highway like highway of life. Now this pilgrim, a pilgrim going a lone highway, it is his life journey. Now he is traveling, and now he comes at evening. Now this evening is his old age. At evening, that is in his old age, he is cold and grey, he is old, and he comes to a chasm. A chasm is a fissure or a gulf. It is a deep and wide canal. Deep and wide canal or ditch, these are common words, but gulf is a better term to understand, because he has to cross a gulf which is very difficult to cross. But this old man, he does not have any fear or any difficulty of crossing this chasm. The old man crossed in the twilight dim. At the end of his journey, he encounters a deep chasm, a deep gulf. And it is twilight. Twilight is semi-darkness, you know it. Semi-darkness before sunrise and after sunset is termed as twilight. And in this faint, dim twilight, semi-darkness, he comes to this deep chasm. But the chasm held no fear for him. But this chasm was not fearful for this old man, because he was practiced and he had enough strength to overcome this difficulty of crossing this chasm, and therefore he crossed it easily. But he paused. Afterwards he paused. He stopped for some time. When he reached the other side, after crossing the chasm, he reached the other side of the road, other side of the highway. But there, at that point, he stopped. He paused and built a bridge to span the tide. Now understand? Afterwards, after crossing the gulf had no bridge. He may have swam across the gulf, he may have jumped across it, but he has crossed it without any help from bridge or any help from anybody else. But afterwards he builds bridge and built a bridge to span the tide. You know the tide, meaning of the tide is alternate rising and falling of the sea. And spanning is bridging or joining. Joining the distance between two points is spanning. To span this gulf, to cover or to join with some road, with some bridge, he built the bridge and built a bridge to span the tide. He did not need any bridge. But then why did he build bridge after crossing the gulf? We shall discuss the remaining part in the next session. Thanks.